Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Mikey. Welcome to Out of the Ordinary 2022. I mean, anyhow, yeah, it's been a long time since I've gone on and everything like that, and I apologize for that. But I had to take care of some health issues and everything like that. Had a couple. I actually had an accident about 3 weeks ago. Crashed on my bike. Some stupid mailbox actually got in my way. But anyhow, welcome back to Out of the Ordinary. It's another Tuesday night, and I'm going to be talking about weird things in Texas. Yes, that's more weird things in Texas. So here we go. Let's see who's in the comments. Calvin, how's it going? Hello, Lady Susan Hall. Welcome. Anybody else in the comments here? No. So let's get started here now. Austin's Congress Avenue bat attacks. Yes, that's right, bat attacks in Austin. When Austin approved plans to renovate Congress Avenue's bridge over the lake in 1980, the city had no idea what it was in for. Having incorporated a 16-inch deep expansion joints into the bridge new design, its engineers unknowingly drawn up blueprints for the perfect bat flat. So, yeah, Susan Hall says, Mikey kicked that bike's ass. No. It is not the bike's fault. It is the mailbox's fault for standing there. It shouldn't have been in my way. So, anyways, it turned out that the expansion joints, narrow gaps ran the length of the bridge's underside, were the ideal roost for the Mexican freetails. Huh. I guess that's some sort of bat. Freetails? Yes? No? Okay, hold on. Oh, Jesus. It's my first day back and I'm already fumbling. Anyhow, hundreds of these flying little squatters began moving in shortly after the completion of the deck. Congress Avenue Bridge had inadvertently been designed with several very narrow bat caves, whose population soon numbered into the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands of bats residents reacted with fear. They voiced concern, vehemence over rabies. Many were horrified at the thought of all of the guano contaminating the water below. One resident proposed a building of feces contaminant structure. Others worried about the detrimental effect on the bridge itself. Concerned the bat excrements would corrode its material and collapse into the lake. Austinites, not batting an eyelash, set about evicting the uninvited pest from their little lakefront high-rise. So yeah, okay, Susan, that's cool. All right. So the task wasn't going to be easy. It's a relatively simple matter to shut out a few bats from small areas like attics and belfries, thanks to the internet. You can purchase a nice Acme sounding device called an EX100 Hank Bat Excluder. But to convince 1.5 million of them to leave an open air structure like Congress Avenue Bridge, citizens had to get aggressive. They duly responded with some really serious petitioning. So, hey, what's going on, Cosmo? Hey, much love, brother. So yeah, they were trying to get rid of it's 1.5 million of these bats. So yeah, try getting rid of all of that. That's a lot of bats. Fortunately, before anything came of it, the organization called Bat Conservation International stepped in and went to bat for their furry friends. The group swooped down to quash the city's misguided concerns and educate them on creatures' benefits. BCI assured the public that the transmission of rabies from bats is exceptionally rare. Besides, the bridge colony alone can consume up to 10,000 to 30,000 pounds of insects nightly, including those pesky mosquitoes. Not to mention that bats are instrumental in the pollination of the agave plant, which begets tequila, and which makes margaritas, yes. So bats actually, your tequila, the tequila that you drink, yeah, that's bat. That's from bats. So, which beget memorable nights on 6th Street. Okay, so the Mexican free tales may not be responsible exactly, but you've got the hint. You've got to hit Austin where it counts. Yeah. Thanks to the BCI's effort, the capital city attitude towards their winged invaders turned a complete 180. In just a few years, Austin fully embraced the bats, demonstrating its affection in the best way America knows how. Commercial exploitation now advertises what becomes the largest documented urban bat colony in the world as featured tourist attractions, which is estimated in 1999 to have a positive fiscal impact worth up to $8 million. So yeah. Aaron Kreva says, thanks for the info about the tequila and the bats. Yes, no problem.
The bunnies of chaos are coming for you.
The bunnies of chaos are coming for you.
Good morning.
Really? Bunnies of chaos? Really? 1 point for you, Grossman. I'm watching you. All right. Today it's summer. It's a summer tradition to visit the bridge, witness the swirling dark clouds emerging into the skyline. Locals and out-of-towners alike arrive nightly to cheer on the bridge stunning nocturnal emission, which they can now do from a specially maintained bat observation area. So what the hell are they doing? Are they hiding Batman or something? See, Henry Cueva says, I just dropped by to say hi and have a good evening. Yes, you too. Thank you for tuning in. And then Kad D. Amon says, I'm driving home. People are a-holes. Release your fury. So, visitors can also attend the annual Free Tail Free for All celebration, sponsored by the same newspaper that once helped to fuel the city's bat rabies fears. And let's not forget the nautical bat watching booze cruise. All right, guys, who wants to go on a booze cruise? With honeymoon packages available. All right, who wants to be my wife right now so we can go? I'm just going for the booze. Oh God, I kid. Lacoste says, I will release my fury on all. Yes. So, in 1995, the Texas legislature designated the Mexican free-tailed bat the state flying mammal. Ooh. So they considered it the state mammal. Did you accidentally copy the No. No, that was actually on there on the notes. So yeah, back to what I was. The following year, Austin's establishment a minor league hockey team named it the Austin Ice Bats. In 1998 saw the rising of a bat venerating sculpture sponsored by several local businesses, and the United States Postal Service chose chose the Congress Avenue Bridge in 2002 as the site to announce their commemorative American Bat Stamp series. Austin, which previously despised its bats, has now crowned itself the bat capital of America. Once necessarily unwelcoming city has gone, say it together now, completely batty. And just so you guys know, for the record, I'm getting these sources from a thing called Weird US, I think it is .com. So yeah, they are go check them out, man, because they have some great stories there around the states and everything like that. I mean, heck, I found a bunch of good, stuff around here about Texas that I didn't even know. I mean, I told you guys about the Llorona and stuff like that, but there's other stuff that they had on that site that I didn't know. And, yeah, I give them credit on this here. Now, you guys heard of Stonehenge, but here in Texas, we got our own. We called it Stonehenge number 2. And Akkad Damon says, I love that website. That's where I got a lot of our notes last show. Yes, right. They do have a lot of good stuff there, man. They do. And so, yeah, you see, Akkad knows. Akkad knows. So anyways, let's get back to the story here. We have Stonehenge number 2. Yes, that's right. You heard Stonehenge number 2. Backpacking through Europe. It's all well and good if you're looking for stories to impress the chicks, but if you just want to see the sights, you may as well have saved your euros and hit the good old Texas highways. The Eiffel Tower, sure, we got it right here in our very own Paris, where you'll have the added bonus of never running into a mime. Or how about Big Ben? Hey, the University of Texas clock tower is just as good. Plus, you can still see the bullet holes left by the men who brought down Charles Whitman. Calvin says, in Indiana, it's against the law to take a bath between the months of October and April. Whew. Are you serious? Man, people must smell like shit. Oh, I believe it too. There are crazy laws like that, but like I said, people must smell like shit. Like, how do they do it? Anyhow, enough of the riffraff. What? In California, it's legal. What? Okay, come on, guys. Jesus Christ. Don't give me that stuff, man. I mean, see, now you guys got me laughing about that shit, man. Yeah, well, it's like over here in Texas, it's still, you have the right to hang a person if they're trying to steal your horses. That's here in Texas. Oh, and you cannot, here in Texas, I think a weird law is that you cannot be caught standing with the beer in your hands. In Arizona, it's illegal for women to wear pants, huh? By the way, happy National Women's Day, or is that correct? Because I know Akash said it's illegal for women to wear pants. Yeah, and I wouldn't go for that shit. Be like, screw you all. Take it. Take that, Arizona. Anyhow, back to the story. Then again, maybe you are interested more in ancient ruins like the mysterious Stonehenge. Well, we've got you covered there too. And this one isn't falling over. Al Shepard, a world traveler who was interested in ancient cultures, recreated the peculiar ring of stones at his home in Hunt in 1989. The idea came to him after his friend Doug Hill presented him with a large piece of limestone, which Hill was left after building a new porch. Shepard placed a stone upright in his field and asked Hill to build an ark to direct attention to it. And then Akash says, in Chico, California, it's illegal to don't detonate a nuclear device in the city limits. Okay. Oh, and Harley Duncan, greetings to you too. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you in here. Maybe I have. But other than that, welcome. Back to the thing about in Chico, California. Results for doing so will result in a $500 fine. I can't. I just can't. How are you gonna owe $500 if you just obliterated the whole freaking city? Jeez. Anyhow, when the ark was complete, it reminded the two so much of England's monument, they decided to complete the set, reconstructing the entire set in metal and plaster. They dubbed the reproduction Stonehenge number 2. And Susan Hall says, near here you can't carry an ice cream in your back pocket on a Sunday. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get this bomb pop and put it right in the back of my pocket. Jeez, these weird laws, man, I swear. Wait, huh? Who? Richard? Am I missing somebody? And then Akad Damon says, Facebook just got mad at me for posting the webs. Ooh, boo. Yeah, let's just, let's not put websites on from people. If Zuck wants to be a dick about it, let him, he can have his little tantrum. Let him have his little tantrum. I don't care anymore. So, anyways, when the ark was complete, it reminded them of two of the England monument. And then, okay, I already read that. Yes, he can. Big beepy. Fuck you, Zuck. See? Fuck you. Anyhow, a year and a half later, when Shepard returned from a visit to Easter Island, he employed Hill once again to help him build 2 giant stone heads. Then, after studying ancient Indian tribes in Alaska, he planned to add a totem pole to the collection. Unfortunately, Shepard passed away before he and Hill got a chance to build it. Oh, that sucks. Thankfully, however, Stonehenge and its companion heads have remained under the care of Shepard's family and are still open to anyone who wants to stop by. Of course, Stonehenge doesn't include any crystal griping, cloak-wearing geeks to make fun of. But a visit won't cost you 15 euros, and unlike the other one, you actually get to touch it. Why, thank you, Harley Duncan. Yes, I can be pretty silly. That's why I add on my description of Out of the Ordinary. I do add a little bit of comical, sort of comedy in it and stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to be totally, riding the coattails of Art Bell or, Robert Stack. But, yeah, I'm along the lines of that. But I do add a little comical relief to it. Anyhow, let's get to the next story. Hell's Gate. No, not Hell's Pit for all you juggalos. That is another thing. This is Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate. Somewhere deep inside the tangled green depths of the River Legacy Park in Arlington, there is rumored to be a very old trail surrounded on either side by murky swamps and overhanging trees. This long dirt trail is said to end at a dirt mound, a spot where captured spies of the Union Army were executed. They call this place Hell's Gate. It is said that if you can still find the spot, you might see the remains of the gate post where the gate once hung. This passage was supposedly one of the last things the prisoners ever saw, as they were led through at the end of the trail to the tree where they would be hanged. Some believe that because of all the deaths that took place near the gate at the end of the trail, there are many tormented spirits still residing at Hell's Gate. They claim if you walk the trail, you can still hear the disembodied whispers, sobs, and prayers of the men and women who once walked their final steps to this awful place. So Hardy Duncan says there's a Hell's Gate in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. It's an abandoned cemetery. Ooh. Well, I might have to look that up again. I might have to look up because I might come back with more weird stories. And this time it'll probably be weird stories from around, around the United States and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll check it out. So, armed only with these scant tales to go on, Weird Texas, when in search of Hell's Gate, the trail, the remains of the gatepost, anything, River Legacy Park covers acres and acres of area and so they have talked to a park ranger. They do say that skank trails. No, I said trails. Skank trails or scant trails. Let me go back to that here real quick here. Hold on. You got me thinking now. Wait, did I say scant? Did I say skank? I meant skunt. Skunt! So, our last and final story here is called The Beer Can House. Now, for all you beer lovers here, there is a beer can house in Texas, but I don't think it's what you guys think it is. To say John Miliskovich merely enjoyed a cold one is like saying Houston roads occasionally experienced little congestion. The man simply loved brew. At a pace of 6-pack a day, he loved it. He believed it was the cure to whatever ailed him. Yes, we know Hexus loves beer, and I know Hexus probably hung out with this guy too. He also believed that in never throwing anything away. Of course, at the rate of roughly 2,200 beers a year, that's correct, 2,200 beers a year, that sort of thinking quickly generates an overwhelming stockpile of empties. And there's only so much room in the garage. Eventually, something had to be done. If he couldn't throw the cans away, then recycling was Miliskovich's only option. Now, to most people, recycling would mean dumping the cans off at the local sorting facility and collecting a few quarters, right? But John had a better idea. By 1968, he had already begun to demonstrate a knack for his distinctive home improvement. Miliskovich was paving over both his front and back lawns in concrete, and he said he was tired of mowing. Embedding rocks, bits of metal, and other items, he went and he created mosaics in pavement and erected woodwork inlaid with marbles. Hexa says, 2,200 a year. That's child's play. You gotta love that Hexus, man. Love you, brother. Mikey said erected. Now, the cans came into play. John cut off the ends and flattened the cylinders to form sheets. The sheets he connected to form panels, which he fastened to the outside of his house. The tops and the bottoms he joined into chains and hung them from the eaves, I guess. Keeping in line with his philosophy of not throwing anything out, he even saved the pool tabs, linking them to create a glistening curtain of beverage container nostalgia. From the looks of it, John didn't appear to favor one brand of beer over another. He reportedly he would buy whatever was on sale, and practice made evident in the assortment of labels adorning the house. Jack's, Texas Pride, Pearl Light, Falstaff, some you can't even buy anymore. The additions continued until John's death in 1988, through his son Ronnie carried his father's work for a short time, completing some beer can fencing. Today, the house is pretty much the way John left it, though the labels are fading badly, and the occasional aluminum chain comes free. Luckily, after John's wife Mary passed away in 2002, the house was acquired by the Orange Show Center for Visionary Art, a Houston organization dedicated to preserving folk art projects. The present beer can house is closed to visitors, but plans are on the table to restore the site and eventually reopen it as a museum. Oh, okay. Then that wasn't my last one. I have one more to go. Now, we're going to talk here about the Cave of the White Shaman. Guys, my hooves hurt. Take a load off a car. The Cave of the White Shaman. For over 5,000 years, Aboriginal artists of archaic people painted elaborate scenes upon limestones, canvases of canyons and rock shelters and areas defined by the lower courses of the Pecos and Devil's River and their confluences with the Rio Grande and southwestern Texas. Experts consider the rock art of the lower Pecos River region to be comparable in the archaeological significance to sites in Europe, Australia, and the Baja California. The region has more than 250 sites within a 100 square mile area, which is one of the densest concentrations archaic rock art in the New World. It also contains some of the largest multicolored rock art images in North America. Visitors can view some of this famous rock art by boat or Amistad National Recreation Area. Guided tours of the pictographs are also conducted at nearby Seminole Canyon State Historical Park, west of Comstock in Valverde County. The Rock Art Foundation, a nonprofit group based in San Antonio that is dedicated to preserving the remaining pictographs sites in Lower Pecos, also lead guided tours. And their White Shaman Galloway Preserve just west of Seminole on Highway 90. I guess it gave us directions how to get there, but yes, that is my show for tonight. I'd go on for a lot longer, but I got to get some stuff done. But anyhow, thank you for watching, and remember, stay out of the ordinary. I'm Mikey. Bye.
I don't know, set the world higher. I don't know,